PvP tank build. This is built off of my PvE tank build, so slowly getting more and more PvP items, but starting with the PvE. So this is like midway through. Built this guy, Accelerated Resolve. Elemental Aversion's big, Health is big, and Invigorated is big. I have Survivor's Coat right now. I want the Void Dark Plate or whatever for the 20% armor, but this is really nice because when I go below 50, I get 2 pots, and that gets me up to like almost like full health, which is nice. But I put a Enchanted Ward Refreshing, and I think I put Health on it. This I got in the raid, again from PvE, but it's got Strike, which is nice. Enchanted Ward's not bad. I think I'd prefer Elemental Aversion, just because mages are what like deal a shit ton of damage. Again, PvE set, but still pretty good. This one's got Invigorated Health, which is nice, but I'd love an Elemental Aversion, so I'll be crafting those during the weekly raids when I get my inductors, whatever they're called. This shield's really good. It comes from the PvP track. It's highly recommended by a lot of like war tanks. Palisade. I put Fortifying Shield Rush on it, which is like very needed. When you shield rush and hit a bunch of enemies, you like get like a shit ton of armor, stacked with the Sturdy Fortification. You get even more armor as you're blocking, so you kind of like fortify, shield rush in, and then you block, and then you just stack in that fortify, which is really cool. And then it has Slash Shield Ward, Slash Ward, Strike Ward, and you could put Thrust Ward on too, but those are really nice. Probably even better than maybe like an Elemental Aversion in some places. I just got this from, I think it was from the raid, I don't know, King Vicious, but the one thing that I put on was this, I do PvE and PvP, so I put this Carnelian in, but then it also does a burn, which is really nice because, I'll show you later, but your Heart Rune is really good, so you want something that's taking damage and gaining you Heart Rune. And then I use this Power Stone. I don't think the flail matters too much. You could buy any flail. I haven't even upgraded this yet, but that heavy burn is pretty cool. But you're just using it for the skills. Heart Rune is stone form. This is really nice. I just made this actually. I was using this one before, which is the additional armor, initial armor. But this one heals me, which is what I usually need, because if I don't have a healer, I die. So I'm just like chugging pots, and this will help a lot too, because I get my heart rune a lot, especially in a club. This is just some jewelry from the raid I found, but it's got divine health. I think I'd want Ankh is what I'm farming for. I think that's what it is. I think it's an amulet, but that's just RNG in the PvP track. This is a shitty ring I found, but it's the ring I have right now. Again, from the raid. This is actually interesting. Teardrop's really good because it has Refreshing Ward. You're just, as a tank, you're just getting hit constantly, whether it's from like ranged attacks or melee hits. So this Refreshing Ward, your cooldown, they're just gonna, like, you're just popping cooldowns. It's really, really nice. The CDR is so good. Even though it's 625, like, this is highly recommended for a PvP tank. I am chugging infused health pots, regen pots all the time. I don't use Oak Farm Flesh or the Dust or whatever as much, just because I don't know, it's expensive. But like, you should be chugging your infused health potions as much as you can. For food, we go rabbits. I mean, you can do all the other stuff too if you want. With rabbit food, you can go 500 con, 50 focus, and then whatever else you want. Another strat you can do is get up to 200 focus and the rest in con, and that will increase your fort duration, like your fortified duration, which is really cool. I might start doing that more, just because like the difference between like, let's say 500 con and like 400 con isn't super much, but definitely check it out. Like with 500 con right now, I have 29k health, so I could probably drop some of that. It's not like anything's one-shotting me. Weapon mastery. I think this is my PvP build, but Whirling Blade, I go in Whirling Blade into a clump that puts dots on people, starts ticking up my heart rune, or getting me up my heart rune, which is really cool. Shield Rush is huge, like this, you can Shield Rush into a clump and get a shit ton of Fortify, especially with Fortifying Shield Rush, and then Defender's Resolve is awesome. You're just straight reducing 30% damage, so it's base damage, but it's, that's still pretty good. And then you heal for 30% of your health at the end, which is trick with this. If you're low, you can Defender's Resolve and then switch weapons, and then you'll get your heal right away. I do this one in bigger PvP. In smaller PvP, like 3s, you'll probably want leadership, but in bigger PvP, or like in bigger PvP, leadership only hits your party. It's not gonna hit like the entire war party. So I just do this for, 30% damage reduction is pretty awesome. So you get that big white circle around you. This other stuff you can take a look at. Anything important? There's some just nice things. And then a flail is interesting. I'm new to flail. I don't even think I'm 20 yet. Yeah, I'm almost done 19. But what is this one? Arcane Smite. To be honest, the only one that I really love is this Barrage. Because if you're like clumped up and you're blocking and you're about to run out of stamina, and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna die, I'm all alone. You can actually do this out of it and nobody can stop you. Runs through everybody, which is cool. Where does it say that? It gains grit. Barrage also blocks attacks and will push enemies move through to the side, which is pretty cool. So they just all get out of your way. And it applies a stagger when you hit the ground. So I like to initiate with that onto the healers, stagger them, and then shield rush them. I don't do much damage as a tank, but you kind of scare them and you try to get people, in a way you're trying to like taunt people to hit you, right? Because you're like the meat shield. So just go around scaring healers, pushing them back away from the fight, and hopefully like getting around a corner or like ignoring their melee so they're not healing them. Or you can create clumps by blocking, trying to get a bunch of melee on you, which allows like fire staffs and bruisers to come in and just demolish that clump. You want enemies around you to hit you and create like big piles of enemies, just like in a dungeon. If you can't get people to jump on you, I usually go and try to find where the enemies are attacking and like get between them and my like healers or my bruisers and just become a support. This thing, which one above your head, I think this gives empower. Yep, so you can put it into a clump with your bruisers and then empower your allies. So if the enemy's ignoring you and you're just kind of like don't know what to do, start helping your allies, I guess aggressively, attackingly, whatever the right word is. But this will actually get people out of roots, so like from like a scream or something, or like the ice wall. I don't know the names of stuff. But if you do this, it'll get everybody out of the root and they can go start moving again. It does heal, but the CC cleanse is really nice. Is it this one? These ones do weaken. So if you arcane smite someone, weaken's really good because it reduces other people's damage, like enemy damage. And then, oh yeah, this is really nice. You get some fortify. I love fortify. What are we running here? Yeah, passive healing. We don't do too much healing because we don't have a ton of focus or do a lot of damage. But yeah, I think that's everything. Is there anything else? Attributes, weapon mastery. I got here. This is what I'm using. Oh, gems. Elemental damage is big. Those fire stats are hitting hard. So I even put 2 fire gems in. If you look at that, I put 4, I guess I have right now, elemental ones, and then 2 onyxes for the physical. And like the physical aren't blowing me up. It's those like the heart rune detonates and then the fire mages are like hitting pretty hard right now. So definitely, you want that elemental aversion and these gems. But yeah, chug those health potions. Get your doubloons, get your coconuts, craft your gear. And then if you're wondering about doubloons, just because I feel like people don't really know this, every day you should be going to your well. Get your glittering key, open your chest weekly. This is once a week. And then down here is the gold cursed epic crate. You can make 3 a day. I already did mine. But this has a chance of dropping 725 gear, or like over 700 gear score gear. So everyone should be buying gold cursed epic crates, 3 a day, opening them up. It's kind of a gamble. Sometimes you get nothing. So, you always get something, but let's see what I get this week or this day. We're at Calcamore. Oh, look at that, 701 ring. That's not a terrible ring either. I wish I could upgrade it. Yeah, so you get some stuff, which is cool. And it's only 35 doubloons. If you're low on doubloons, do your weekly chest that gives you 500. And then there's CK runs that run around here and pick up like epic crates. Just so you know, people are going to be doing like XCK out in chat, right? Join them, go to one of the shrines. It's not, every run's a little different, but you'll get like 500 doubloons a day that way. So yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know. Bye.